Namaste, everyone. Welcome to Aurora Yoga. My name is Christina. Thank you for joining me. And it looks like Pearl is going to be joining us as well for this month's Wolf Full Moon in Cancer yoga practice and intuitive guidance chat. If you would like to skip the little chat on the full moon and go right to the practice, take a look at the description box below. It's time stamped and you can do so right there. This full moon will be at peak illumination at 5:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this evening, January 13th. The good news, if you miss it this evening, is that it will be appearing full for the next 3 days, so the 13th through the 15th. We will also be within this full moon energy for the next 2 weeks. This full moon is about tapping in to those raw, messy feelings that we tend to tuck away deep down inside, and to get really honest with ourselves about what we really need for emotional security, as well as how we feel safe and cared for. This full moon is about relationships, connections, getting rid of patterns, and sentimental attachments that no longer serve us. As hard as it is to release some of these things, when you're still attached or holding on to someone or something, it just tends to really weigh you down. And what I mean by tapping into these raw, messy emotions, whether you're male, female, it does not matter. We all have them somewhere deep down inside. And this is about really letting that come to the surface, letting it go, being honest about that, so that you can get clear on what it is or who it is that you want, or the type of energy or person you would like in your life. And sometimes the person that we end up with is completely the opposite of what we thought they would be in so many ways. And it's really great to be open to all sorts of people and connections, especially if you are always attracted to the same people or situations and you find that you're kind of going in circles, or you're not feeling fulfilled, or like your cup is filled up. So these are some things to contemplate. What are you inviting in? What are you letting go of? Are you really being honest with yourself? And that's it. That's all this is about. This evening's practice is going to be more reflective, introspective, kind of a yin restorative blend. Props are not required. If you have a blanket accessible at home, or a bolster, just something that may provide you with a little extra comfort and support, you may want to grab that now. All right, Pearl, let's get started. In a wide-legged child's pose, bring your big toes to touch. Let your knees splay to the outer edges of the mat. Start to melt your heart down as you try to sink the hips onto the heels. Forehead down. Close the eyes. Relax the shoulders. Completely soften through the upper body. Just start to breathe nice and slow and evenly in and out through the nose. If nothing else in your practice this evening, I invite you to just simply focus on gratitude. Because no matter what's going on in your life or the world around us, there is always so much to be grateful for. Keep softening through the upper body, melting the hips onto the heels. Lift the head up slightly. Walk your hands off your mat, not too far. Over to the right. Plant the left palm on top of the right. Right temple is down. You may feel left side body just elongating. Breathe into that space. Lift the head up slightly. Walk your hands back through center, over to the other side, planting the right palm on top of the left. Left temple is down. Walking the hands back through center. Walk them forward towards the top of the mat. Start to come through a tabletop, and then one by one, extend the legs nice and long. Not for your dog, if you've got a dog on your mat. Come down onto the belly. I'm going to pivot a little bit on the pelvis, kind of whatever you need here. Bring the right arm out in front. We're going to start to bring the left leg out into a 90-degree angle. Have a nice flex in the foot. Just bring the forehead down onto the mat. Make sure you're still softening through the upper body. Trying to keep a nice flex in the left foot. That'll help engage your thigh internally and externally as well. If you like, you can come on to the right or left ear. Just sink back down. Close the eyes. Start to slowly come out of this posture. Hey, Pearl. Shooting the left leg back. Just point the toes momentarily. And reach for your back wall. Just stretching the left leg out. Bend the left leg. Grab the inside of the foot. And start to just let your leg melt open to the left. You can bring the right or left ear down. Once again, closing the eyes. Just having a nice light pressure on the inside of the foot. Just help opening that up, releasing. Make sure there's no pain. Slowly release the left leg, extend it nice and long. Bring the left arm out in front. We're going to come into a 90-degree angle with the right leg. Once again, have a nice generous flex in the right foot. Start melting the forehead down. You can have the arms just out in front. Relax the shoulders. Make any adjustments you need to, and try to maintain that nice generous flex in the right foot. Once again, if you want to come out onto the right or left ear, whatever feels good to you, you can do so right now. Slowly start to come out of this shape. Straightening the right leg, point those toes. Once again, reach for the back wall, really elongating the entire right leg. Bend the right leg. Just grab the inside of the foot. Once again, no pressure, just lightly let it start to splay open. You can have left ear down, right ear down, whatever feels good to you. Relax your right shoulder away from the ear. Release. Extend the right leg long. Bring your palms in front of the shoulders. Just gently press yourself up. We're going to make our way onto our back. Take your time. Make any transitions you need to getting there. And once you get there, maybe find some support for the back of the neck and the head. Extend left leg long. Have a nice generous flex in the left foot. You're going to bend the right knee and release the fingers just below. Let the right foot hang nice and heavy. And let's just take some circles with the right foot. Let's take it counterclockwise, just keeping things nice and even. And come back to stillness. Readjust the grip, reflex that left foot. Slowly draw the right knee in towards the right shoulder, avoiding the rib cage. And now we're just going to take some circles with the hip crease, adding some fluidity. This may feel a little awkward. Do the best you can, especially as we take it counterclockwise. Come back to stillness. Once again, readjust. Reflex that left foot. Slowly draw the right knee in towards the right shoulder. You're going to feel a little pinch in the hip crease. Holding it here. Release the right leg long. Flex the right foot. Hug left knee into the chest. Interlace the fingers right below. Once again, let the left foot hang nice and heavy. And we're just going to take some circles with the foot. Let's take that counterclockwise. Coming back to stillness, readjust, reflex that right foot, avoiding the rib cage. Slowly draw the left knee towards the left shoulder as you take your circles, just with the hip crease. Take it in the opposite direction. Come back to stillness, reflex that right foot. Once again, slowly draw left knee towards the left shoulder. You're going to feel a little pinch in that hip crease, completely avoiding the rib cage, holding it here. Release. Hug both knees into the chest. Grab wherever you can. If you can grab opposite elbows, fantastic. Relax the feet and just ground down to the middle back as you slowly draw the thighs onto the chest. Close the eyes. Keep breathing nice and calmly, serenely in and out through the nose. Release the legs nice and long. We're coming into a version of tree on our backs. You have a few options here. You can take the sole of the right foot and just press it against the inside of the left calf. You can also bring it to the inside of the left thigh, just not on the knee, please. If you'd like to go deeper, you can grab the outside of the right foot and just place it nice and high up on your hip and just allow the right hip to open up. We store a lot of emotions in our hips, in our area considered our sacral chakra, which is located right in between the belly button and the pubic bone. This is one of the reasons why we are tapping so deeply into these areas in our full moon practice tonight. Assisting you with the release, essentially. Just taking your time, nice and slow. Release the right leg long. Coming into the other side once again, sole of left foot inside the right calf, thigh, or you can grab the outside of the foot, bring it up nice and high onto the right hip, and then just allow the left hip to open up. Wherever you are, make sure you're comfortable and most definitely not experiencing any pain. Sensation is okay to explore. If you'd like to go deeper, I would recommend using your exhalations to open up and go just a little bit deeper. One hip, one thigh is always going to be a lot tighter than the other. Slowly release. Extend both legs nice and long. You're going to bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet together. Really press the toes, heels together. And instead of bringing the heels closer to the groin, I want you to walk them towards the top of the mat until you start to feel some sensation externally in the thighs, especially the upper thighs. Once you get there, I want you to start to lift the heart up into the sky. Interlace your hands and reach for your back wall. Then melt the shoulders back down. Keep the heart, the chest open. And keep pressing into the soles of the feet. Once again, especially the toes and the heels.
And release the arms down by your side. Nice and slow. And slowly extend the legs one by one. We're coming into pulling cat's tail. You're going to bend the right knee, take it across the left, bend the left leg and grab the top of the foot. Release your shoulders back down onto the mat. Looking up, this is more of a lateral movement and a twist combined. Close the eyes. Release. As you transition to the other side, extend the right leg long, hug the left knee in, take it across the right, bend the right leg, grab the top of the foot, release your shoulder blades back down onto the mat, melt them in, close the eyes. Let's draw back through center, extending both legs nice and long. Just let your feet naturally splay out to the side. Arms down by your side, palms facing up. If you would like to, and I highly recommend that you do, stay in your Savasana for an extended period of time, reflecting more, going inward more, especially on this full moon, within this full moon energy. You can pause the video. Otherwise, yogis, thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Aurora Yoga is still a brand new channel. Namaste, and I will see you in the next class.